Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. It is currently the week of Sunday, January 30th, and I'm Ivan. With me here today is my co-host, as always.
Hello, I'm Skylar.
Whose name is Skylar, if anybody was unaware.
Yep.
My name is also Ivan.
Mm-hmm. And this is our normal start to the normal podcast we do.
This is incredibly normal. We didn't talk about the weather this time, but
Do you want to?
Well, I mean, it snowed yesterday.
It's been really snowy.
It was fucking awful. I went to Mongolian Fry. And on the way out, the guy was like talking to me.
Yeah.
It was weird because he normally doesn't say anything ever.
Yeah. We're regulars. I don't know.
I guess, yeah.
He says stuff, like he makes small talk every now and again.
Yeah, that's fair. He was like, wow, it's really cold. And I was like, yeah, I just hate the
because
snow.
it was fucking cold. It
That's
was
true.
So cold yesterday.
I was walking out of crabs class and someone said, man, it's cold as tits.
Moving on.
You didn't like that?
I just don't want to talk about that at all. It's horrible.
Okay. Well,
I'd much rather talk about
today's card of the day is Mech Titan Core.
Mech Titan Core
Is a 2-mana artifact
God.
vehicle. That's a 2/4.
Absolute wall of text.
It has Crew 2, and it says 5. Exile Mecha Titan Core and 4 other artifact creatures and or vehicles you control. Create Mech Titan, a legendary 10/10 construct artifact creature token with flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, and haste. That's all colors. When that token leaves the battlefield, return all cards exiled with Mech Titan Core, except Mech Titan Core, to the battlefield, tapped under their owner's control.
I mean, it sucks it's a token. This is neat. And that's about it.
You make a Mech Titan, Skylar.
I mean, it's a 2/4 vehicle. That's cool.
That makes a 10/10 with flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, and haste.
Yeah, but you have to exile 4 other artifacts?
Yeah. What's your point?
I don't know. Seems a little restricted. Like, don't get me wrong. This card is cool.
It's
like,
cool as fuck. And when the Mech Titan dies, you get all the pilots back.
Yeah.
Except for the core.
The core.
Yeah. Well, because the core's been destroyed, but the pilots are still there.
Sure. Okay. Well.
It's literally one of the Power Rangers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's more of a Voltron.
It's Voltron. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, the Power Rangers make a Voltron thing. Yeah.
Yes. Also make a Voltron.
Yeah. I thought you would really like this card.
Yeah.
And
it's neat.
Seems you're incredibly unimpressed with
I
it.
mean, it's just, I don't know.
You don't know?
I like it,
Yeah.
but I have just. Oh, that's some fucking sweet art.
For the Mech Titan, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, whew, that's badass. I love that token. I don't know, man. It's just like I'm so cynical about Magic anymore.
Why?
Well, because this card's never gonna see play.
It's super cool, though.
Yeah, exactly. They keep making these really fucking cool cards that are really fucking bad.
Well, Goldspan Dragon's good.
You're right. That's also a problem. It's so good.
But it's cool!
Yeah. But Mech Titan Core is way cooler.
Yeah.
And way unplayable.
I mean, all cool cards are unplayable.
Yeah, that's really fucking annoying.
Well, there's because...
And also not true. I think Luminarch Aspirant is pretty cool. And I think...
You think Luminarch Aspirant is cool?
Sorry, I think aggro cards are cool.
I guess. Luminarch Aspirant is like the opposite of... It's like the most mundanely powerful effect.
Actually, you're right. I just...
You just like stomping nerds with your 2-mana 2/2 that has massive upside.
I just like that it's... Exactly. That's the kind of Magic player I've become. It's like, wow, this card looks really cool.
Yeah.
And I bet if you ever get its effect off, it's pretty sick. Unfortunately, it's bad. It's like it's not even like it seems so hard to do even in limited.
Yeah.
Unless literally every card is an artifact card in this set.
Yeah.
Which it seems like maybe possible.
Yeah.
But like
I get what you're saying.
It's just
Okay, everybody. We're going to move on to weekly work in a second, but I just remembered something that I have to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys, we're back. I did my thing I need to do real quick. Weekly work. Do you have anything for weekly work? I got a few things for weekly work. I got three things.
You go.
Wait, you don't have anything?
Not really, man. I don't know. I had 2 days of work. Or
2 days of work?
Maybe 3 days of work since last we spoke.
Well, then
I just wanted to get it over.
You should explain how fun not being at work was. That's kind of work.
I mean, I played Pokemon.
Yeah.
But are we going to have Game Gander?
Are we going to have Game Gander?
I don't know.
Anyways.
Besides, maybe you talking about stories will remind me of stories that I can interrupt your story with.
That's fair. I have Game of Streaks, Fuck You Hand.
Game of Streaks? Yes.
Can't happen again.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was going to be a Game of Thrones themed story.
No.
I realized it was or somehow a streaker story.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like a game where you get like a bad streak. I do want to hear Game of Streaks.
Game of Streaks. Okay, so I'm at the Spanish 21 table, right?
I'm sorry.
Someone says along the lines of, or they win a hand, and I'm like, just got to keep that going, right? You know, like
yes.
Incredibly generic, like I'm rooting for you, dealer talk.
Sure.
Anyways, and he's like, yeah, you got that right. This is a game of streaks. Think about it. I'm like, oh, not really. Most blackjacks like you like kind of go up and down a little bit, and then you get to a point where you either run out of money or you decide you're up enough that you leave. Like it's not really a game of streaks.
It's almost like every time you go to a table and you're like, how's it going, everybody? Everyone's response is always, it's up and down.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't think any of them are really game of streaks. Anyways, so I continued to watch, and I continued the deal, and I'm watching this dude play, and every time he wins, you'll never guess what he does.
Oh, he doubles his bet.
He parlays his bet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Parlay 100% of the time. It's like, no fucking shit, it's a game of streaks. You don't keep any of your money.
Yeah.
You just keep putting it back in the fucking... You can only win in streaks because you don't keep any of the money when you win.
Yeah.
It's fucking... What do you mean it's a game? Every game is a game of streaks with you.
God, I just can't win 2 hands in a row, huh? Well, no. Do you know anything about how this game works? Have you ever played this game at all? Because that comment makes it sound like you've never played this game before.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking it's like, well, yeah, roulette's a game of streaks too. If every time your number comes up, you put another, you just stack your bet back on top. Like what? Fucking what?
Oh my god. Okay. So I know this isn't about work, but it is casino related. Okay, so in Croupier, that scene where he watches the lady go up to the roulette table and put half of her money on red and half of her money on black?
Yeah.
And then it hits black or red. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
And then she loses one half and gets paid the other 2-1 or 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
And then takes the money and he's like, yes, this is a typical money laundering scheme.
Yeah.
What happens if the ball lands green and all the money goes away?
Oh.
Is she just fucked?
That's what I've been thinking too.
Every since I saw that, I think about Croupier. It's all I think about. Like, do they really not put up the money just in case the ball lands green? Is she just dead if that okay, she goes back to her employers with no money, and they're like, what happened? And she's like, well, you see,
it was green.
I know we've been doing this every week for 6 months, but this time it landed on green, which I didn't really notice was a number until today. And when that happens, I lost both the red and the black bet. For no, and no, there's no money. And they're like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, you see, in roulette, there's a bunch of numbers, and most, what I thought was half, but it's actually just mostly half of them are either red or black. But there are two numbers, which is totally fucked up. It's 0 and 00. They're both green. Like, I don't know how I missed this. But it landed on 00, which is like, how is that different from 10? That's not important. All of the money's gone. What do I do now?
Yeah.
Like, what? Surely, in this situation, you have to put a little bit of money on the green bets, right?
No, what you do is you go to a table. Like, I don't know how it was working there because we didn't see a lot of change going on. I guess. Well, I guess they changed the tables. Yeah. But normally, what people who are money laundering do are they go up to a table, put in there like $2,000 or however much they want to launder, right? You know? And they bet like $10 on like red 37 and leave.
Yeah. Right?
Right, and then they don't risk all their fucking money.
She bet all of it.
Yeah.
She was like
all
in.
10,000 red, 10,000 black, and green. Well,
guess I'll die.
Yep. What a productive day at work. Lost the company $20,000.
It's like, but you could, like, isn't there a way to, like, not lose it? Like, literally not lose any money on a bet of roulette, but also you don't win any money?
No.
Oh. Then why did she That's stupid. What? Sorry, that's a stupid thing to do to then try and handle your money laundered. You're in the process of being laundered money.
So let's say you have 36 units, right?
Sure.
If you put one on the green and one on the other green, right? And then half on red and black, you'll always lose the green bets.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unless it's green and then you win.
Then you get even money.
Right. At least you don't lose everything. At least you don't lose all the money you murdered someone to get. I don't know how else you acquire legal money.
Yeah. Cocaine dealing?
I guess, drug money or embezzlement, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Sorry, not at all a work story, just revolved around the casino, and every time we do this fucking podcast, I forget. And it's a perfect closing statement, but when you mentioned roulette, it was like, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot this is living rent-free in my mind.
Yeah.
Now it's gone.
Well, now it can be put to rest. We can take it out behind the barn and bet half of it on red, half of it on black, and come up green.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. What's another work story you got?
Okay, I only got two more. The fuck you hand and can't happen again.
I feel like I already know the ending to both of these stories. You have to name them something stranger.
But...
Well, never mind. I'll be pleasantly surprised. The fuck you hand.
Okay, cool. So, I'm dealing UTH, of course.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Everything's going normal. Well, actually, everything isn't going normal. This table's fucking upset. You want to know why?
Because you're
obviously winning. Because I came to the... No, there's a player that's talking politics.
Oh...
And they're talking politics in just enough of an abstract way to be like, I can't just be like, yeah, let's not talk about politics, but also like enough of a straightforward way to be like, I don't want to talk about this for all the other guests. At one point, like, he's a Mexican dude and he's like laughing and making jokes, right? Yeah. And he makes the joke that Donald Trump wants to kill all Mexicans.
Oh.
And he laughs at this.
Yes, what a fun topic of conversation.
What a fun topic of conversation. And then somebody's like, well, some of us are in the armed forces. which I don't know what that means. How that relates to what he just said. But it was a pretty wild table in which nobody wanted to be there.
So when you said everything was normal, you meant everything was buck.
Because I forgot about this part.
Yep, that's okay.
And there's also the thing where, like, the Mexican dude, very, like, extroverted, right? He's talking to everybody. Yes. He's trying to have a good time, you know?
Yes.
And he's talking to people about their hands, and they've got, like, ace 8 suited or whatever, right?
Sure.
Which is technically a 4-bet hand, but it's on, like, the low end of a 4-bet hand, you know, right?
Yes.
And he's like, oh, you got to 4-bet that. And then when they lose, he goes like, oh, I'm sorry. It's, like, kind of wild, because I don't know, like, it didn't seem like they'd 4-bet anything, but I wasn't there long enough to check, right? Mm-hmm. They're saying things like, oh, yeah, Queen Jack always 4-bet.
Okay, so they did.
Well, but Queen Jets... 2 face cards and also straight potential. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're both really miserable high cards. Like, if you see Ace King and then like 7 5 like I don't know 9.
Yeah,
are you really gonna bet Queen Jack?
I mean that's like
or like
that's like a very like.
You got there's like happening. 2 pair on the board. I don't know.
Talking about probability, I don't know the probability, but it seems like Queen Jack could be a reasonable 4-bet hand.
Oh, I feel the opposite.
Oh, okay.
But I also, when I play really conservatively.
Yeah.
So.
Somebody said that, and then like, I think they were trying to make it political, because they're like, well, I'm very conservative with my money. And they were looking at the dude who was talking about it and, like, leaning in and be, you know, like...
Wink.
Yeah.
No, don't wink. Don't ever wink. Don't ever say wink.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So, the dude who's, like, a Marine just seems grumpy the whole time.
Weird.
Excessively grumpy.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm dealing hands and... Actually... He is doing the thing where you buy in for $100 and you leave in 5 minutes because you're out of money.
Well, to be fair, UTH is like minimum $15 every hand.
Yeah, exactly. And he was playing
20.
No, he was playing he was playing like the $20
every hand. 20 and then
yeah. Well, no, he was doing like the minimum, right?
Oh,
he was doing 5-5 and like 5 and 5.
Was he playing trips?
Playing trips. Yeah. There we go. Anyways, it gets down to his last amount of money. He looks at his hand and he's like, fuck you, hand. And he puts it down and we flip over the board and everything. And then he like sheepishly looks at the board and his 2 cards and then puts puts a chip down on it. And then I was like, oh, is that the fuck you hand? And he was like, yeah, I think it turned out a little bit better than I thought. Flip over the cards. Got 5-7 to make the straight.
Yep. Nope. I can exactly empathize with all the emotions he went through.
So anyways, he got it straight, and he didn't complain about any of his hands for the rest of the time I was there. Wow, to be fair, the rest of the time I was there, he went straight, full house, flush, straight, and then I left, so.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Hey.
He was at the table I came back to, though.
Oh, that's unfortunate, I think. I don't know, seems like a terrible person to deal to. But I remembered one of my work stories.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was at the... I think this was the 5... I was at a blackjack table. So I had a $5 at the court table. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Because like a couple of younger players sit down and we go through a couple of hands, right? Yeah. And there's a player who has one of the new players that has sat down has a soft 16. I've got a 6, and they hit. And third base is like, oh, thank God. You know, some people, like the last person that was here just don't know how to play this game.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad like you guys actually know how to play.
Yeah.
I have a face. Does he hit the 16? No, of course not. Doesn't.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I'm really glad.
I'm so glad you know.
Some people.
And I was waiting. I dealt the 16. I flipped over the face, and I was like, huh. Let's see. Let's find out. Yeah, didn't fucking think so. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Whenever somebody has like a soft 6, and I have like a 6 up, and then I come to them and I go like 6 or 16, and they wave. I go like, staying on 6. That normally gets across to them.
Yeah.
That I said 16, but their number isn't 16.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've actually adopted just saying the low end of the number when it's a soft 16 or less.
I try really hard not to because I know we're not supposed to. But if I'm being honest, if I know you're supposed to hit the hand, I almost always just say the low number.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say 8 when they have an 18 against a 10.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I
also,
try really hard not to do it, though.
Also, soft 18 against the face. No, it doesn't hit that. Stay, 18 wins. And he was making jokes with the player next to him. That's like... Because the player next to him is like, yeah, 16 doesn't ever beat a face.
Yeah.
And third base was like, oh yeah, it doesn't? Of course, I have the face and I bust.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yep, 16 never beats a face.
Yeah.
Just hit on your 16s all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude's like, no, the odds. It's.
I've found a really good way to explain this, which I will never explain to everybody. So I'm glad I get to share it with the podcast.
Absolutely, please.
Okay. We are betting on a coin flip.
Okay.
I flip a coin.
Yes.
You can bet on either heads or tails. If you bet on heads and win, I pay your money 10-1. If you bet on tails and win, I pay your money 50 or 1-2. So you get, if you bet $1, you get 50 cents back, right?
Do I get my $1 back?
Yeah, and the $1.
Okay.
Yeah, and the $1 back because it's a bet, you know?
All right, yes.
You bet on tails, and then it comes up tails. Did you bet on the right thing? No. No, you didn't.
Oh.
Because the expected value of betting on the heads is so much higher that you should always bet on the heads.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, it's a really fun thought experiment that I want to ask people, but, you know.
It's too long to get out of the table.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's something I want to ask, like, other dealers who are like, oh, yeah, stay on 16s or whatever. Because I know a couple of them do say you should always stay on a 16.
Even though basic strategy says otherwise.
Even though basic strategy says otherwise. I felt so bad, like, 2.5 months ago, somebody had a soft 18 against a face, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were like, am I supposed to hit that? And I was like, oh, let me call the floor over real quick.
Yes.
And we'll see what they say. And then whenever you go like that, they're like, oh, no, it's okay. I'll just stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they stay, right?
Yep.
And I flip over and I got a 20. And then they lose. And then they're like, well, I don't think it would have helped anyways. And so I count out for them what they would have gotten, and they would have gotten 21.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
damn it. If only...
no, yeah, you should have hit that.
Yeah.
Because the next thing over was a 6, and they were like, oh, it wouldn't help anyways.
Because then they would have had 14. But...
And then I flipped over a 7,
yes.
And I'm like, you would have had 21.
Yes, you would have had 20. Yeah. Oh, man, that's too bad. Yeah. I don't know, man. I was gonna say something. Oh, right. I don't know. I feel... So the way that people feel on soft... or hard 16 against the face is how I feel with even money. Like, I know... Like, if you play enough games... that
you just lose money on taking insurance.
Yes. Or, well... But that's the other thing, right? It's like, I'm like, insurance? No. Even money? Yes.
But even money is just insurance.
Is just insurance. I know. I know this. But
it doesn't feel that way. The casino is giving me a chance to walk away with their money.
It's not even that. It's that the game is designed to feel, right? I get 3-2 when I have a blackjack.
Yeah.
If I have a blackjack and the house has a blackjack, I push.
Yeah.
I could have had just even money.
Yeah.
And knowing that, like, my brain is like, you've made an error. You need to fix that error next time by just taking even money.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, don't really gamble as much anymore.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's wrong, I still feel like I should take even money. I still don't take insurance.
Yeah.
So, it's not like I don't empathize with how they feel.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, want to hear the free bet blackjack story? Can't happen again.
Now that I know it's free bet blackjack, yes.
2 people walk up, dude and his friend.
Empty table?
No.
Okay.
Like, they make 3 and 4, so kind of not.
Yeah.
Anyways, dude bets $10. I notice they're deviating their bets. Of course. When I get a blackjack, they double them and their friend double their bets. Guy has a 16. I have a 20. You know what he's got to do. Pushes all of his chips in.
Oh my god.
I was like, going for the big one? He was like, can't happen again.
Oh, fuck.
I have a face up. He has a 15. Now, he's been hitting 15s against faces, so I'm like...
But, because he has so much money...
Of course he stays.
Yep.
Just leave that giant pile of chips out there. What bad is going to happen to them? I break and he makes $100.
Sometimes it just works.
Sometimes it just works.
You split.
It's really funny. Sorry, sometimes you split?
Sometimes you split faces 3 times and you win all 4 of your hands.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah. I've never seen that happen. I always go
really?
splitting again, and they're like, either they wave their hand really quick and I don't think they heard me, or they go like, no. But
I always find
most of the time when I see people split faces, it's always like, oh, I have 2 queens, I should split. And then they split. And they get like a 17, and then of course they get like a jack, and I'm like splitting again. And then they wave their hand really quick, and then I move on to the next person. And I feel bad that they don't know that they can split those 10s.
I explicitly say, what? You're not going to split those again? Because they split the first 2. Why would they stay on this one?
Why would you stay on this 20?
And usually, much to the rest of the table's chagrin, they go, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, it's 2 faces. You could split those if you wanted to. And they're like, oh, okay, and put their money up. Of course.
Split any faces.
Yeah. It's fucking great. I love it.
Why do you love this so much?
Just, it inflicts, like, psychic pain on others. I can do psychic damage with my words and actions. And get away with it.
And you prefer to?
Honestly, yes.
Yeah. Are you gonna split those 10s? I had somebody. They were on the quarter table. Someone to the right got a blackjack. And they were like, "You gonna double that 11?" And of course, everybody at the table laughed very hard, very, very much so. And the guy was like, no, I think I'm gonna stay on my blackjack."
You were like, well, you can if you want.
No. I was staying, and I was like lying in wait. 5 turns later, the dude who said it got a blackjack. Come over to his hand. 11? He waves. "You're not gonna double your 11?" And he goes, no, I think I'm good. I'm like, okay, man. Seems weird to me. And then, pay out his blackjack. That was the whole story. It's just
tough crowd.
Tough crowd.
Tough crowd. That's what you should have said after that. Because that might have salvaged... Because his brain has already forgotten that joke happened. So you reintroducing the callback is like... What? No, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So you have to do something.
No, I could see the shame on his face.
Oh.
I could see that he was like, no, I know I made this joke like less than 10 minutes ago.
Infinitely better.
But
yeah. I guess I should elaborate on my faces thing. If somebody asks if they should split faces, I go, no, never, not in a million years, never, ever. It's the worst thing you can do. But if they ask if they can, I'm like, yes. Yes, you can.
I mean, if anyone asks if they can do anything, I just go like, yeah.
I have also added, it's probably unnecessary, but I have also begun to add, I'm not saying you should, but you can double that. Because usually when I say that, they've got 11, I've got the 6, they get an ace, and I get 21.
Wait, what?
I'm like, hey.
You stopped saying that?
No, I have started.
Oh, okay.
I used to not. Just be like, you want a double?
Yeah.
But now I've been like, you don't have to, but you can double.
Yeah.
So that they know that they have the choice.
Okay.
Every time I'm like, got 11, you can double. And I'm like, oh yeah, I should double. And lose miserably. Because it's a miserable game made by miserable people.
Yeah. Hey, at least it's not the game where you double get a 21 and then the dealer gets a blackjack.
You're right. That game, holy shit. That game was actually made by monsters.
Well, but the players always win on their blackjacks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But I can... Like, that's usually a mistake. I go, oops, I have a 21. I need to call the floor. Not... Oops, I have a 21. Sorry, everybody. Take all your money. Including you, who split, and you, who doubled. Fuck you guys. Why would you ever double or split on that game? Just like, well, you've got a face, which means everything could go horribly wrong. So I'll just... do my best.
Stay on my 11.
Yeah, I'll hit, please, actually.
I love it when people are like, oh, man. That's another thing. If they have 10 or 20, I just say 20. I'm just like, 20? And then they wave it.
Oh, yeah. If they have 18, 19, or 20, I just say the higher end number.
Yeah.
17, I'm like, 7 or 17. Some people stay on their soft 17.
Yeah.
Like, nobody reasonably hits their soft 16 or lower.
Yeah.
Like,
or reasonably stays their soft 16
or yes,
lower.
reasonably stays their soft 16 or lower.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Most people stay on their soft 11s.
Fair enough. I was thinking 2 aces, but you're right.
Yeah.
Which is 12. God
I just call aces.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And then
like,
they're like split, and then they get 2 and 4, and then they're like, "Why can't? No, I'm supposed to be able to hit again." And then you're like, "No,
you don't understand. I'm so sorry." It's okay. I'm sure all 21, anyways.
Yeah.
But the other day, a lady was like, she had soft 16, I had a 6, and she was like, "Well, I don't want to take the dealer's bust card," and everyone at the table was like, "You can't bust. You need to try and get as good a hand as you can.
Yeah.
You should hit." So, of course, she hits, gets a face, and then stops. I turn over the 16 and pull the 5 for 21.
Yeah.
Because there is no God.
Yeah, and she was right all along.
Yep. Which is...
She should have stayed on that 6.
I love all these moments because it's so easy to watch them reinforce their own like bad behavior just through like confirmation bias. It's just like, oh yes, I was right. I shouldn't have done that. I'll remember next time. Don't hit on a soft 16 and 6.
Yeah. One of my, like, what was it? Someone was telling someone else how to play.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
right?
I love the coaches.
The coach, right?
Yes.
And then the coach has like a like 5 or whatever, and they hit and they get a 15. And then I like flip over the 16, I get like a 5 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, "Oh, there's nothing I could have done." Look at their cards, and I go, well, "If you stayed on a 5, I would have broke."
Mm-hmm.
Which to me is like the funniest thing to say is just be like when people are like, "Oh, you should always stay on your 16s," and then just be like, "Well, if you had hit that soft 20, you would have gotten 15, but I would have broke."
Yes, I would.
Like,
you would have took the 21 away from me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I'm just like, hindsight's 20/20, bud.
Yeah, I just think it's really funny when people are like trying to coach other people, and they're like, "See, you took their break cut," and then like I'm just like. I just say, well, if you had done probably one of the stupidest moves imaginable, you would have won that game. You would have won that game.
Hard 5.
Yes, hard 5.
That's how you can tell when someone's actually psychic.
I have had people stay on like hard 8s.
I've never had that happen. That's insane.
It's really funny. Have you had the great stay on 12? Sorry, stay on 2.
On aces?
Stay?
No. That's crazy. At least hit.
That was so funny. I had a face, and they had aces, and then I'd go like, "Aces?" And they're out of money, and so they look around for a second, they just go, "Stay." And everybody at the table's like, "You're staying on 2?" And they're like, yeah, you're right, hit."
Oh, okay. No, I have that happen all the time.
Oh.
I thought you meant they actually meant to stay on 2.
No, they meant to stay on the 2 until people at the table informed them that it was 2.
No, I've never had that happen. Or, yes, sorry. Yes, I've had that happen all the time.
Yeah.
Like, people are always like, yeah, stay. I'm like,
well, first
you
thing...
have 8. And they're like, oh, yeah, what am I thinking? Yeah, hit, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because they're just not paying attention, or they're drunk,
well, that was
drunk and not paying attention.
That was a specific 2 thing. I've had someone stay at 8 and then be like, "You're staying on 8?" And they're like shake their head vigorously and like do the stay motion again. And I'm like, okay.
17.
Weird. Yes. Flip over my 10. Oh, yeah. It's 17. As advertised. Boop, 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 boop.
That's funny. I did remember another story if we got time for one more.
Yeah, we got time for one more.
Okay. So, BJ 10, like pretty dead table. Dude comes up and buys in for 200. Asks for all reds. I'm not too perturbed because my tray is absolutely full.
Yeah.
Just like way too much. I have probably like $1,300 or $1,400 in red.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I'm only perturbed when they say 3 all red, and then I'm like, when they're like, "Give me $300 in red," I'm just like, no.
Yeah. I think you can do that. I think we should start doing that. Just be like, no. Here's 200 in red.
I mean, well, yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is crazy. It's so much. What are you gonna do with all that? What, you're gonna bet $25 on the main hand? Huh? Anyways, so this guy is usually playing like 2 hands. He mods this bet a lot, but I don't know. It's getting close to the end of the night, and I really just couldn't give a shit. So this dude is just like burning through, plays like, but buys in for $200, plays it in like 10 minutes, and is like, save my 2 seats. And I'm like, you got it. Wait for like 3 minutes, like daydreaming or watching a music video, or just like counting my chips, like doing literally nothing.
Yeah.
Comes back, buys in for 200, loses it. Anyways, this cycle continues for about another $800, and then while he's playing, I think some people from Craps wander over, and these are some rowdy boys. Capital R, capital B, rowdy boys. And they sit down, and they do 2 things that annoy the ever-loving Christ out of me.
Does one of them touch the cards?
No.
Okay.
Although that did happen like 3 times that day.
That's the thing I hate most, is when
like,
people touch the cards.
There must be a casino out there somewhere who allows you to touch the cards.
Yeah, like in Vegas.
That's crazy. Why would you ever let anyone do that?
Well, they just throw the cards out afterwards.
Yes. I don't know. It's so...
they also let you do it in Colorado.
Really?
Yeah, they have 2 different types of the game. One where you can't touch the cards, and one where you can touch the cards, but they just they throw the cards away when they're done.
That seems like such a waste.
I mean, they also let people... A, I hear it's a $high table, and B, they let people like rip the cards in half or whatever. Right?
Never mind.
That's all trash.
Yeah. I guess. Again, still seems wasteful. That at least sounds like fun. Yeah. Just like, really? I have a 20 and you have 21?
Yeah.
Anyways, no. One of them is guy in the middle is playing $10.
Yeah.
He receives a blackjack for his first hand, right? This is like when they first sit down. He gets a blackjack. And he yells into my brain.
Yeah.
He is just... It's like he actually just won the lottery.
Yeah.
This dude is like, yeah, blackjack! Woo! And is like hitting the table and screams directly into my brain.
Nice. He thought it was 300 to 2, or...
I don't know. I pay him his $15, and he's still hooping and hollering and hitting the table, and is like, yeah, boy, yeah, we're going to the strip club tonight. And I'm just done with it. The next, of course, he's loses it almost immediately.
Yeah.
But over the next couple of hands, the dude who was originally playing like the $200, right?
Yeah.
He doubles down and asks for it down.
Yeah.
This is where we come to the second thing they did that annoyed the ever-loving Christ out of me.
Mm-hmm.
After the hand, third base, who is drunk.
Yeah.
Not sloshed, but definitely he's like not really all there, but enough to cognitively think and play almost a basic strategy.
Yeah.
He's like, so like I don't have like a personal problem or anything. It's just can I just ask a question? Why did you double? Why did you get the card down when you doubled? And the dude's just like, I don't know. It's just how I do it now. Yeah. He's like, well, so here's how I think of it, right? It's like it's like this is a team game, right? It's like us against the D. And so like when I go, if I get like an 11, I look at other people's cards and see like if I could get like, all right, so like 2 lows have come out, so like I'm definitely gonna double, yeah. Right? So like why would you take the card down? Just like, well, I used to do that, and now I do this. And the guy's like, I get that. It's just like, see, I want, and just peters out because the dude on first base is just not even giving him the time of day.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, just more fun.
I have more fun with it. First base, Mega Chad.
Oh my god. Like, yeah, betting like, just like playing all green chips, betting just like doesn't even know where he's at, just betting money,
yeah,
like winning and losing, and his buddies are still so loud. he gets like a blackjack on like $100 hand, and his friends are just like, "Ah!" And I'm like, shut up! Oh my god!
Yeah. I one time had someone like try and straighten the cards for me, and I was like, "Don't touch the cards," and they were like, "Well, it wasn't. They weren't out there correctly, or something like that." And I was like, "Dude, yeah, I'll fix it. Fuck off. Don't touch the fucking cards. Like, what are you doing?" Anyways,
I'm sorry. Did you want a deal?
oh, I'm sorry. Did you want a deal? Like, I can go home early if you're willing to get back here.
Fucking yeah, go take the class right now. $250. Get back out here. Fucking deal for me. Who are you? What a fucking asshole. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Anyways, we're taking our first break, everybody. Please enjoy the ad. Hello, everyone. Taking a break from the podcast to tell you all to subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/IvanTT. That's IVANTT. It's how you help support the podcast, how we get all of our stuff together, and you get a sick bonus in that all Patreons with the tier 2 or higher get a shout out. So quick shout out to Thunderbird145, who is our current tier 2 patron. Thank you, everyone, and back to the podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Friendship Podcast. We're moving on to a pre-release preview. Skylar, how many of the new cards have you seen?
You literally showed me one earlier.
Yeah.
I've looked at a few from Mythic Spoiler. Probably. I really don't remember a whole lot of them. So, functionally, like 5.
Functionally, like 5? Okay. Have you seen...
Oh, you showed me a couple. I've seen a few... You've also showed me a couple of, like, sagas that turn into enchantment creatures.
Okay, so do you want to go over sagas, mechs...
Mechs? Yes. Sorry, that's going to be my answer.
Cool. Well, here is a really weird card, actually. I don't know.
Like, unless Power Rangers was one of the other things, I don't think anything could have interested me more.
Okay. Yeah. No, there's like a lot of mechs. So vehicles,
vehicles are just mechs.
Yeah. Vehicles are all over this fucking set, dude.
Yeah. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. Here's this
Mindlink mech. This is 2 colorless and a blue, 2 generic and a blue. Flying whenever it becomes crude. I thought it said crowded. I was like, what? For the first time each turn until end of turn, it becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that crewed it this turn. Except it's a 4/3.
It's a vehicle artifact in addition to its other types.
And it has flying.
Yeah, so it always has flying.
Huh, and it's crew 1. Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, this is cool as shit, actually.
What the fuck? That owns.
Yeah. I fucking love this card, dude.
Holy hell. This also seems really good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It seems okay. Crew 1 is such a low cost
for a
4/3 flyer, but
God. I love anything that has crew 1, to be honest.
Yeah. Fucking wild. Ooh, Mech Hanger? One mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a pilot or vehicle spell.
Wait, there are specific pilots?
Yeah, there's pilots. Pilot tokens are in the set. The pilots have an ability where when they crew for an additional 2 power.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I'm glad you think so.
I love that so much. Blade of the Oni? Ooh.
Sorry, there's more mechs. I already showed you Mech Titan Core. Yeah, I don't care about the...
Which is cool, but it's not...
Mobilizer Mech!
Mobilizer Mech?
2 mana, 3/4 with flying.
Okay,
and
cool.
It's crew 3, though.
Oh, fair. But with pilots.
Yeah. When it becomes crewed, up to 1 target vehicle you control, it crews another vehicle.
But it doesn't...
What?
It doesn't crew it.
No, it doesn't crew
right,
it.
But like... What's it called? The thing that's like a... Is that... what's the other blue mech we looked at?
The Mindlink mech?
Yeah, Mindlink mech.
Yeah.
Is that still a 4/3?
Yeah, it'll still be a 4/3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just couldn't tell what power and toughness it had when...
It was a 4/3.
Oh, okay.
It was a 4/3 of flying, and then it gains those when it becomes a copy.
Okay, that's good. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like this dude. It's a mech that, like, powers up your other mechs.
Yeah. It's sick.
Yeah.
Mechs inside of mechs.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, okay, we've already seen these mechs. And Mech Titan Core, I think those are the only mech. Oh, no. Surge Hacker Mech. When it enters the
mech.
Oh, shit, okay. There's another one.
Okay. It's 4 generic.
It's 4 for a 5/5 with Menace. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control.
We've seen this.
Target creature.
Yeah. This is for... Yeah, this card actually is just good.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
I like it.
Yeah, it, like, enters the battlefield and shocks something, or just straight up mercs it.
Yeah.
Like, that's dope.
And it's a 4-mana 5/5, but the crew cost is so high. Crew 4 is really hard, yeah.
But they're pilots! That's so cool. And also, if you have, like, multiple creature, I don't know.
Reckoner Bankbuster.
Oh, what?
2 mana,
what the
4
fuck is this?
With crew 3. Enters the battlefield with 3 charge counters on it. You pay 2, tap it, remove a charge counter from Reckoner Bankbuster, draw a card. There are no charge counters on Reckoner Bankbuster. Create a treasure token. And a colorless 1/1 pilot creature token. With this creature, cruise vehicles as though its power were 2 greater.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
This card does so much.
You rob a bank, man.
Yeah.
You rob a bank, and then it gives you a pilot to fucking crew your Bankbuster.
Yeah. That's fucking... And its name rules.
Yeah. Reckoners is a street gang of Nezumi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because there's a saga with their name on it. That one's cool. Spell Piercer's back, lol.
Wait, what? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, this is not as great. Standard.
I suppose, yeah.
Cool. Blade of the Oni.
Yeah.
1B, artifact creature, equipment demon. 3/1 with menace. Equipped creature has base power and toughness and 5. Base power and toughness 5/5, has menace, and is a black demon in addition to its other colors and types. So it's a living sword that turns your dude into an actual demon.
Yes.
It does cost 5 to equip, though. Or 5 to reconfigure. 4 to reconfigure.
It's 4 to reconfigure.
Yeah, 4 to reconfigure. My bad. I misspoke twice.
It's like a 3/1 with menace for 2? That also seems good.
Yeah, this is like really high upside.
Yeah,
this might actually be like a good aggro creature for Q.
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't cost black.
Well, its second ability does, but...
Well, yeah.
But by then... Oh, man.
Yeah, you're more likely to have it.
Yeah, right? Fuck.
Yes. Fuck. Yes. Cool cards. Good cards.
Yes, cool and good cards. Hell yeah.
There's also this Invoke Cycle.
What's that?
Well, they cost quad of
oh my
color
god.
And 1 generic, and then they do something
that
good.
wins you the game?
Question mark. Create 2 4/5 green spirit creature tokens. For each of them, put a choice of a vigilance counter, a reach counter, or a trample counter on it. I don't know. They're just like okay. Ooh, this thing channels twice.
Channels twice? What?
Yeah.
Wait,
Colossal
I don't
Sky
remember
Turtle.
what channel is.
4 GGU, flying ward 2 6/5, and some enchantment creature turtle.
What does channel do though?
So it's cycling.
Oh,
sorry, it's not cycling. It's fuck.
It's cycling, but instead of drawing.
No,
it's
a modal face double card. So you can discard the card to cast a spell and pay a cost. Right. So this one is 2 and a G. Discard Colossal Sky Turtle regrowth.
Okay.
And then 1 and a U. Discard Colossal Sky Turtle unsummon.
Unsummon?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this guy seems sick.
Wow, yeah, that thing looks pretty dope. It's also like a 6/5 flying ward 2. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Long Reach of the Night.
A Land of the New's channel? That's kind of sick.
Yeah, there's a cycle of these lands that have channels. So Aganjo Seed of the Empire is the white one. It's 2 and a W. Discard Aganjo Seed of the Empire. It deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control.
It's just a plains.
Yep, and it's just the planes.
That seems pretty sick.
The one everyone's like flipping out about is Boseiju.
Boseii?
Boseiju Who Endures. It's a forest. Well, they're not actually forests.
Yes, sorry. They tap for green, though.
Yeah. It's just a land with tap for green. It's 1 in a G, discard Boseiju Who Endures, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land opponent controls. That player searches their library for a land card with a basic land type, puts it onto the battlefield, then shuffles, and then, of course, it costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control.
Why is everybody flipping out about that one?
Because it's basically Assassin's Trophy, and it costs just 1 green mana, or 1 in a G, and it's on a land. So it's like, there were a lot of new ones today.
Huh, neat.
Or a lot of new cards today that I have to like sift through. What the fuck? What's the name of the blue one? Floating, maybe? No.
Shouldn't you be able to look up or type land? That should help us sift through them.
Oh, land should help us sift through it, yeah. No, it only goes by name.
Fuck.
Yeah. But damn, those basics, huh?
Yeah, those are cool.
Those basics are fucking... Oh, here it is. Ottawa. Ottawara, Soaring City. It's an island without the land type, and it's 3U. Turn target artifact, creature, enchantment, or planeswalker to its owner's hand. Costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control.
Huh.
The black one was also spoiled, but... Where's... Oh, here it is. Takanuma, Abandoned Mire. Discard Takanuma, Abandoned Mire. Mill 3 cards. Then return a creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Costs 1 less for all the legendaries. As they all do.
Nice.
Oh, I really like this card.
Ooh.
Hinata Dawncrowned. It's a 4 mana, 4/4 flying trample, and it costs 1 less to cast for each target. Or spells you control cost 1 less to cast for each target. And spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast for each target. The reason I like this card is because the art looks really cool. There's also a Moonstare Specialist over here.
Ooh.
It's when it ETBs, it's Mana War.
Yeah.
Ninjutsu, which is cool.
That is cool.
Oh, there's a really sick ninja actually that costs 1 U, and it's U for a 1/1 with flying. And when it enters the battlefield, if it's attacking, it creates a tapped creature target, a tapped token of target attacking creature.
Oh,
and it has ninjutsu for 2 UU. So it's a really good card to play on turn 1 so that you can ninjutsu with later, and then it also has ninjutsu when it goes back to your hand.
Nice.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
So ninjas are in this set, by the way. Ninjas and samurais. Oh, shit.
You are already dead?
Yeah.
I love the name of this card.
Yeah.
Actually, its effect is not that bad.
Yeah. And the artwork.
Oh, the art is sick.
The art. You are already dead.
And it's like my favorite One Piece sword move.
Yeah.
The like closing of the sword and then they're already cut.
I've already cut you.
Yeah. So funny.
Good old Brook. This is a new one I haven't seen.
Ishin, two heavens is one. Oh, we've got a bunch of 3-colored cards, huh?
Yeah, legendary creature. I think there's an enemy color cycle. Legendary creature, human samurai. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That's neat.
I feel like we've seen this before because the word trigger doesn't mean anything.
That's just anything that makes triggers trigger. Triggered abilities.
It's just any trigger that makes triggers a trigger again.
Yeah. Reforged Ronin. Ooh, this is one of the artifact creatures. Because his arm's a mech arm.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, Reforged Ronin. Artifact creature, human samurai. Haste. Unity of your end step, return it to its owner's hand. Oh, it's a 2/2 for 1. Okay. It's a goblin guide you have to cast every turn. Okay, sick.
Or you can discard it to draw a card.
And also it's cycling.
The fuck? Oh my! Wait, why doesn't this just have cycling? Well, probably because there's other stuff that's like in your channel.
Well, no, because cycling's not in the set, and channel is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a way they design
This card
sets.
is fucking dope.
This is sick, dude. That's fucking wild, man.
That's so cool. Oh my god.
Don't need it anymore. You're just like, goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, like, technically, like, so they only do certain number of keywords per set, because you could also make this card in a different way, in which it has no mana cost, and it just has dash for 1, and then you can remove the 2 lines of text and just make it 1 dash instead of haste, and then the ability that returns it to your hand at the beginning of the end step.
Really?
Yeah.
But dash isn't in this set.
Yeah, but dash isn't in the set, just like cycling isn't in the set, so
Yeah.
they can't use those abilities.
Huh. Strange.
They can for Modern Horizons though, because that's
because those are special.
yeah. There's also this weird cycle that I don't know how to feel about, but it seems really bad. No,
When we were
not
young?
when we were young.
Oh.
But I now want to read this card because it has a great name and an excellent picture.
We're young. Up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+2 until end of turn if you control an artifact and an enchantment. Those creatures also gain lifelink.
Okay, so I want to explain a little bit of the lore that sets here. Are you down?
Oh boy. Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
we need
so-
to pad out the runtime of this podcast anyways.
So artifacts
Yes.
are have to do with the big city. So anyone who's been modified is an artifact creature, and then all of the living equipment like lizard blades, I don't think is the one I've shown you, but lizard blades are artifacts, and they're all in like the big city with like the neon lights and shit.
Yes.
And then there's a bunch of creatures that are enchantments that are people who live in the forests away from the big city, who have a greater connection to the spirits.
Yes.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was just expecting more. Yeah, or
I
Ivan,
know-
what do you want me to say? I want an anime I want to play in this role playing. Like, yes, I want to be in Kamigami Neon Destiny all the time, forever. What are you talking about?
Also, I don't get the cards that want you to have both an artifact and an enchantment. Are they like the fusing of the modern and the modern
Asceticism?
and the traditional? Is that what this is? Because I thought this set was about how
Those two
it's
things
the
are separate.
modernism versus the traditional, but I guess a bunch of the cards are about how to merge the modern and the traditional. Since Imperial Custom
I
strictly
don't know, this
forbade
card's-
the Emperor to reveal her name, even to Kaito, her closest childhood friend, she had to suffer him calling her your empress for much of their shared youth.
Oh my god.
That's very funny.
That is adorable. Ernest.
Okay, this is the cycle that I'm like, well, the art on this cycle is fucking wild. Because they're
nice.
all marches, and then it looks like a parade. Fuck.
Sure. March of Burgeoning Life. X green. Instant. As an additional cost, cast this spell. You may exile any number of green cards from your hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. Choose target creature with mana value less than X. Search your library for a creature card the same name as that creature. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. This is Green Sun Zenith without the sun bit. And also,
You have to copy a creature you control.
oh, okay, it's not really like Green Sun Zenith.
Yeah.
But they all have this exile
Exile
cards to reduce its cost.
Yeah, to reduce its cost, which is super weird and seems really bad and unusable. If you like get what I'm saying.
Yes. Did that card put it on the battlefield or put it in your hand?
They put it on the battlefield, which is neato, but you have to have one already on the battlefield. Here's the blue one. Up to X target creatures phase out. That one actually seems playable. There's the white one, which is exile up to X target enchantments, I think.
No,
No, that can't be right.
that can't be right.
Here's the
Please.
black one.
Black one, a board wipe.
Deal X damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain X life.
Okay.
Fucking.
I don't know. That's neat.
It's okay. It's
You also
not the
don't
best.
have to pay you don't have to exile the card's cost as like.
I mean, yeah, but that
just
way
can.
you're just casting an X spell that's like kind of medium. I love Invoke the Winds, gain control of target artifact or creature, untap it. But I love it. I like these cards.
You love the art.
Well, I
and
mean,
their
I love
cards
the
are
art.
so bad.
Sorry. I love that. I love this cycle, and then like the blue one was in Japanese or some Asian language that I'm not sure what it is. And then I was like, what's the sick shit this is gonna do? And I clicked on it, and it was mind control, and I was like, wow, that's fucking stupid. The other ones are way cooler. So the red one does something like actually wild, and it's like a fucking paragraph of text. Here's Lizard Blades. 2 mana, 1/1 double strike. If a creature has double strike, reconfigure for 2. Oh, there's the Red March.
Oh, that's good.
Exile the top X cards of your library. Till end of your next turn, you may play up to 2 of those cards. I was really on board with this card until I got to the only you can only play 2 of them. Why would you ever do it for more than like 2 or 3? Oh, this is the new Kiki Jiki?
In case you need to try and draw cards.
So,
is that how it stops it from it being infinite? Is it costs 1 generic mana?
Yeah, it costs a generic mana.
So now you need the thing and infinite mana.
Yeah, and infinite mana.
What's the white one?
Invoke Justice.
Invoke
Return
Justice.
target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. There should be 4+1/+1 counters among any number of creatures and planeswalkers you control. This is the quad white and 1 generic.
Right, the card you have to play in a mono white deck.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, I like it. You return a dude and then you put a bunch of shit on the battlefield. Ryujin the Storm's Edge, great art. Oh shit, I want to show you these too.
Sure.
I'll just I'll save one of those because I'm still looking for the. What am I doing?
Oh hey, Invoke Calamity.
Oh yeah, March of. Yep, there's the green one. There's the green one, black one, black one, black one, red one, red one, red one, and yeah. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment with mana value X or less. I was way off.
You were so off.
I was so off. That one also seems like kind of playable. No,
Yeah.
Prismatic Ending is just better than that.
Well, sure, but in standard, at least now there's a prismatic ending in standard. That's
I
not
guess,
a good
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Well, what am I talking about? That's not a good thing.
Hey, that's really good mono white aggro. Something we need more of.
Yes, definitely.
More Luminarch Aspirants, please. Anyways, Invoke Calamity, quad red and 1, instant. You may cast up to 2 instant and or sorcery spells with total mana value 6 or less from your graveyard and or hand without paying their mana costs. If those spells will be put into your graveyard, exile them instead. Exile Invoke Calamity. It's really
Medium.
funny and I like it.
Really?
Okay, Skylar. I don't think you're dreaming big enough. What if you cast Invoke Calamity, and then from your hand, you cast Invoke Calamity and another spell?
From your graveyard and or hand. That is funny. But then, what do you cast with those? Like, what are the 2 or 3 spells you're casting?
I don't know, like lightning bolts? I haven't thought this plan through, but it seems like there's
Like
really fun things you can do with this.
What's a 6? Does it have to be red?
No.
No, so you could, but you can't. It's
So
6.
you can
so
like
can't
give
order
Sun
the
Given, and so you can like give Sun Given and like cast Desperate Ritual or something like that. What? Okay. What?
I don't know. I'm just trying. Sorry. Like you said, I'm thinking too small.
You can do really interesting stuff with it, but if I'm being honest, it all sounds bad.
Yeah.
Because the total mana value needs to be 6.
6.
So you're cheating on like 1 mana.
Yes.
Oh, I guess you can cast sorceries as instants.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And your
funny.
turn Time Warp Lightning Bolt you.
Oh, that is funny.
It just sucks that the total mana value has to be 6. I already looked at this one. So these are the shrines. Go Shintai of Ancient Wars. 2 and a red. It's a legendary enchantment creature shrine. It has first strike. It's a 2/2, by the way.
Uh-huh.
And it has at the beginning of your step, you may pay 1. When you do, Go Shinto of Ancient Wars deals X damage to target player or planeswalker, where X is the number of shrines you control.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So there's a whole cycle of these
This
creatures.
card
that are
also
shrines.
just seems sick.
Yeah. There's a whole cycle of these creature shrines, right?
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you a question. Here.
Sure.
So this is a rules question that people keep bringing up that I got pretty immediately, and I don't know why it's confusing people.
Yeah.
What's the creature type on this?
Creature type?
Yeah.
Shrine.
No, it doesn't have one. Shrine is an enchantment type.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, then it doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, I saw a bunch of Magic pros complaining on Twitter that were like, well, this means Shrine's a creature type now. Like, no. It's not.
Okay.
It's just an enchantment type. And I don't know, whatever. Anyways, I like Shrines, so I will now be building 5-color trash in Standard.
Cool.
Anyways,
I can't wait for it to work out marvelously.
here is someone I like a lot. What?
Being like, oh yeah, this deck is trash, I'm gonna go 3. So I'm just worried it's actually gonna happen.
it's the fucking it's like the people who like take their bet and then like arch it backwards, and then when you try and clean up their bet because you know it looks messy as fuck, they're like, no, that's what makes it lucky. That's the thing where at the beginning of Cube Draft when we have a like semi-playable deck and we go, oh, there's no way this deck's gonna win, and then we 3-0, we're doing that basically. We're being like, oh, I need to do this ritual in order to get enough luck to win tonight.
Of course.
So overall, it's meaningless.
Anyways, Light Paws, Emperor's Voice.
Legendary creature, Fox Advisor.
Ooh.
Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card, mana value less than or equal to that aura, and with a different name than each aura you control. Put that card onto the battlefield attached to Light Paws, Emperor's Voice, and then shuffle. What?
A silly card that does silly things.
I don't know, I love this. I want to try and play this in Modern Boggles.
But it doesn't have any protect. It just loses to...
Well, no, but that's the thing.
What's the first thing you put on it? Like,
No. So you go... First, turn 1, land, Slippery Bogle, right?
Sure.
1/1 with Hexproof.
Okay.
Turn 2, Light Paws, Emperor's Voice.
Okay.
Turn 3, you cast Rancor, targeting your Slippery Bogle.
Okay.
You go find a Hyena Umbra and equip it to your Light Paws.
What's Hyena Umbra?
It's a enchant creature. It's +1/+1, and
if it would die, instead remove the Umbra.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also like first strike or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, there's like a first strike one and a reach one that costs 1 mana.
Spider Umbra is the reach one.
Spider Umbra. Yeah. So, and then you cast like all that glitters, and you go get a Daybreak Coronet, and then it's just you just get a double up, man. You double up on your Light Paws. It does die to removal though, so
yeah.
But so does Core Spirit Dancer, and Core Spirit Dancer kind of does the same-ish thing. I mean, Core Spirit Dancer immediately kills your opponent, basically, but... You know.
Hey, man. If you want to have fun, do it. If you want to win, don't.
Very true, very true.
Those are your 2 options.
Anyways, what are your thoughts on Kamigami?
Seems neat. It sucks I won't be able to participate in...
I'm sorry.
It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
It's not that important to me. I'm sure in 7 years we'll have draft of it anyways.
Yeah.
And if I really want to, I can draft it like
on
after
Thursdays.
it comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't work
Which
Thursdays.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But we have this on Thursday, so.
Well, yeah, but Graves will be coming back in like 3 weeks or some shit.
Yeah, which means and if I work on Thursdays, then I won't be able to participate in drafts.
Why not?
The drafts will take too long?
Drafts were by like 11?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
11 at like the latest.
Yeah, 11 is when I want to be getting ready to go for work.
Okay.
So I'd have to like come to draft with my uniform.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I was planning on doing.
Oh.
Just go to Legacy tournaments with my uniform on.
Ugh.
Right?
I don't know. Comfy.
Yeah,
and also you get your uniform dirt. I don't know. Just seems like bad. Low upside.
I don't know. I feel like it's high upside and like low downside. I mean, I'm not like playing Magic tournaments, like balancing hot coffee on my head, like.
Yeah, you buy a soda, spill it on your. I don't know.
Magic cards, I know, but
No,
that'll happen whether I'm in my uniform, whether.
So funny, hilarious.
Can also just change there. I see people do that all the time, which I find a little weird, but like whatever.
So you're gonna become a little weird.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, that was the moral of that story.
You're the one who was like, oh, I see people do that all the time, but I judge them for it. So then I'll start
I'm not
doing
like
it and get judged.
judging them. I'm just like.
That's literally what you said. That's a little weird.
I said it seemed a little weird to me.
Yeah.
I wasn't being like, wow, those people are terrible people. I guess
True, but
like,
you made a judgment based on the actions.
I mean, to be fair, you do that with everybody all the time. Like,
I know.
don't know
This
like,
is me bringing up the opinion that I hate it when people are like, "Don't judge me." That's all we do all the time.
Don't judge me. Well, I will have you know that I am a certified level 1 Magic the Gathering judge, so it is my job.
In that case, I will stop cheating.
Anyways, do you want to move on to Game Gander? We have spent a lot of time talking about Kamigami.
I think we spent enough time.
Sorry, Kamigawa. Kamigami is the battles, the weird.
The extremely lewd deck builder.
That's just because it has anime pictures. All anime pictures are
It's-
extremely lewd.
That's not true. That's just false. Unless you find anything drawn in that style to be attractive, in which case it may be lewd for you. But Kamigami Battles is explicitly lewd.
Yeah.
It's like coming to work with a sweatshirt that has an image of Harley Quinn on the back with tape over her nipples. Something I
This
saw.
feels like
It's something I saw in the changing room one day and was like,
yeah.
"Oh, this doesn't belong here."
This is one of those didn't actually happen stories. I get it.
Yes.
Well, everybody, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back right after that.
Wait, we're taking a break. I thought this was the end. Oh no, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's because we took that damn break in the middle of the first segment.
You're right. It's my fault for the thing that I forgot that I needed to do. Which reminds me, there's something else I need to do. Be right back.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. Moving on to the Game Gander real quick. Skylar, you were talking to me about Alina of the Arena. Please let us know about Alina and how her day has been.
Well, her day is bad. She's trapped in an arena that she can never escape. It's a deck building roguelite, right?
Ooh,
and
those
honestly,
sound like your two favorite things.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just missing stealth mechanics. But so it wears its inspiration heavy on its sleeve.
Yeah.
And by that I mean Slay the Spire. And by that I mean it actually just has some Slay the Spire cards. It's essentially you're playing Slay the Spire, but you have grid combat now, which adds an extra layer complexity. Not even really complexity. It just makes it slightly more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always like a hex grid of like 32 spaces, maybe.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of every turn, you always have the option of spending one energy to move one space in any direction.
Mm-hmm.
However, you have to do it first before you use any other moves.
Wow.
And then you can play. You get block, you can attack. And then
You get strike and you get defend. Yeah.
sure, there's strikes and defends, and stuff like that. But also, there are 3 different colors of cards. There's red, blue, and colorless cards.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get equipment that goes in your left and right hand, right?
Yeah.
So red cards get buffed by the equipment in your red slot. Blue cards get buffed by the equipment in your blue slot.
Yeah.
So there's also like weapons that increase attack damage by 2.
and like swap them in the middle of combat but not have to use a card. There's just a couple of extra mechanics that they've added to Slay the Spire to make it more interesting. And I love it. It's really good.
Nice.
You can still kind of get it like you can still kind of build the poison build. You can still kind of do like it felt easier to get the barricade build going.
That's always the problem I have with the Ironclad is that all of its builds suck.
Yeah, well, right now
they're
there's only one
impossible to
character.
get going.
Right now there's only one character.
Yeah.
It's also weird because all of the energy relics are really, really bad. Like, they have horrible downsides.
Yes.
Sorry.
Every turn you take 10 damage, but you get an extra energy.
So you get an extra energy, but all damage you take is increased by 50%. The big problem is that it doesn't add that up for you unless you hover over your character. Right? So enemies will have underneath their little icon what they're going to do for the turn.
Yeah.
And if you hover over them, you get advanced information. But in order to actually know how much your damage you're taking in that turn, you have to hover over your character.
That's annoying.
So I'm like, oh, okay, this enemy's attacking for 12, so I'll put up 12 block, and then I take 18 damage and go, what?
Yeah.
And then the only one that I've actually taken that seems good is one that makes all movement cards cost 1 more energy.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, which is like, it's weird because like the way the math works out, it feels like any turn you want to use your move card first, you just normally have 3 energy.
Yeah.
And any other time you have 4, so it's not really that much of a downside.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a couple of other cards that have movement in them that make them cost extra. So I'm like, oh, this card seems good. I'll add it to my deck. And I'm like, oh no, this card costs 2 and not 1, which makes it basically unplayable.
Oh yeah, it's that moment when it's like 1 white return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and you're like, wow, this card seems insane. Take it, and then like 3 picks later, you're like, wait, how many enchantments? How the fuck did I pick that?
Yes.
It's like, this card seems busted in this limited format.
Wait.
I'm not in that color.
Oh man. Yeah, a little bit like that. And it gave me the problem I have with games that I get really into.
Yeah.
In which I'm like, all right, I've got a little bit of time, so I'll just go through one run. Click, click, click. Oh, 3 hours have gone by. Whoops, I need to go to bed. Just like, I'm just so like trying to think of all the moves I want to make and trying to do things optimally and super engaging. And it also like nails the grid based combat thing.
Yeah.
It's like doesn't make it too complicated, still makes it interesting, and like some turns I'll be like, all right, I've got a status, I need to get this out of my hand. Oh, okay, I can't move this turn. That's right, gotta play that one first. Fuck. So like put myself into jams, have to get myself out of jams. It makes like enemy attacks more interesting because some enemies it also does the like, I don't know if it's XCOM necessarily, but enemies will be like, all right, I'm gonna attack in a straight line, so you can like maneuver yourself and then use an attack to put another enemy in the way of their attack.
Oh, that's sick.
Which is so much fun. It's like my favorite thing to do.
It's like you're tricking the enemy, you know?
Yes, it does. It
You've
feels like that.
one-upped the game system.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's fucking great. It's honestly a good time.
Yeah.
Also, see, I already talked about Darkwood Heck Deck. Oh yeah, I said I would talk about Deckum.
Is that a phone game?
Yeah, it's an iOS game, in which it's just solitaire, but it's boxing themed. You can like place bets.
like, oh, you earn money for winning, and then before it'll give you like odds, like, oh, these are 10-1 odds. These are 3-1 odds. Then you can bet the money that you've accumulated. You don't use the money for anything
except for betting.
Yes,
It's like what's it called?
which is actually my favorite way to
The
bet.
baseball thing,
Yes.
where the money that you get is used to bet on more money.
Yes.
That's all you do.
Yep.
You just bet.
Yeah, you just bet. It's gambling with no downside.
Gambling with no downside.
Yeah, it's great. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just play it every moment. I'm like, what do I do on my phone? I don't want to play the like one button like platformer or like the really bad Slay the Spire clone.
Yeah.
Or the two less bad, actually honestly pretty good Slay the Spire clones.
Yeah. Well, everybody, it's reaching the friendship dusk part of the podcast.
You're not gonna talk about Deathloop? Okay.
No.
I had this whole thing lined up where I was like, and now we're gonna talk about like first returning thing, but never mind.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Do you have any closing thoughts you'd like to add?
Wish you would have talked about Deathloop.
I don't know much to say about Deathloop.
I have no thoughts on Deathloop.
It was fun.
Thank you.
I had a fun time playing Deathloop. Really annoying when Juliana storms in the middle of a stealth mission and then it's all fun.
Yeah, but she's also like brain dead when controlled by the AI. She's just like, huh? Huh. And you're just like, okay. If she says, huh, about 6 more times, I can triangulate her position and get the drop on her. When like an actual real life player will like take you out from the other side of the map.
Yeah.
And then teleport to a different edge of the map in the time it takes you to go, what just happened? How did I die? I was invisible. What?
Yeah. Also, the computer one tends to get stuck in shit a lot.
Yeah,
really funny.
It's just like, huh. Cold. Huh. And you're just like peeking out from a wall, being like, is she okay? Guess I'll shoot at her. Cool.
Well, that was hard.
Yeah, anyways, back to hacking the antenna.
Thank you all for listening. Have a wonderful night.